Hey guys, Risky here, and welcome back to Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. Forgot we were playing for a second. So last we left off, I was getting irritated. But I looked, and apparently we have to I was right about the crime scene photo. We have to do that. I don't really know how this contradicts the statement about the knife being in her right hand, but oh well, we'll find out. And you witnessed this? You saw Miss Guy stab the victim with the knife? As I've already said, yes. I swear it on my finest salmon swirl lunch. Get those boxes out of my fucking face. I'm sure that is a fine lunch. But isn't that odd? Look at this photograph. This is the photograph you took at the very moment of the crime, is it not? And why is Miss Guy not holding a knife? Oh, I thought it was after she stabbed and she had blood on her. Whatever. Mr. Edgeworth, your thoughts? Objection. That had to be the weakest objection ever, Edgeworth. Yet it was still stronger than your ever feeble mind, Mr. Wright. God damn. What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth? This photograph was not taken the moment before the stabbing. This was taken the moment after the stabbing. And how can you tell that? Blood splatter. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, huh? See the dark crimson stains on the chief prosecutor's coat? It's a black and white photograph. Ah, yes, it's hard to tell, but this could be blood. Well, Mr. Wright, I see no problem here. No problem, except you. Mr. Wright, are you gonna just sit there and take that kind of abuse? Or you got a better idea? Now that you mention it, I see no problem here. Other than myself. Mr. Wright, you can't just let him walk all over you. That's just sad. Feeling sad, Mr. Wright? Perhaps a bittersweet first love lunchbox is in order. Well, that was a waste of time. Let's continue with the testimony. Well, hold on. This fucking told me to choose no problem. I was supposed to say that just for a fucking goddamn achievement. I hate this game right now. I hate this game so much. No, I don't hate this game. I hate that walkthrough. That's why I don't use true achievements, usually, for a walkthrough, because, obviously, to focus on the achievements. But it's just like, it's the first one that always pops up. Okay, let's try this again. Blah, 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 blah. Wait, that contradicts what the witness said in her testimony. Namely, that she took the picture the moment she witnessed the crime. Oh, we're getting pedantic, okay. Well, it seems I was slightly unclear. My apologies. That's it? If you run out of lunch, your order is seconds. Problem solved. If you don't like it, try ordering the jumbo-sized lunch from the get-go. Good advice. I'm not sure I understood it, but good advice. I didn't have time to stop her. Prosecutor Skye was cold, calculating, like a robot. She killed without pain or remorse. It was a premeditated murder. Premeditated? Look at the chief prosecutor's hands in that photograph. Well, are those gloves? She also just looks like a lady that would wear gloves. I don't know. Surgical gloves made of thin rubber, most likely. Why would she have those on? If it was not premeditated, she would not be wearing those gloves. Rawr. These gloves do seem to tell a tale of premeditation. Premeditated murder, a serious offense. Witness, add this to your testimony. Oh, Jesus Christ. Murder was planned, the rubber gloves prove it. Okay, let's press her. What if she was just in the habit of wearing gloves? Like driving gloves? The gloves were admitted as evidence when the defendant was arrested. They were rubber gloves of the kind used for autopsies. In other words, when the chief prosecutor came to the crime scene, she came to do murder. It's the only possible conclusion one can make. Everything was planned. It was a premeditated crime. Your food sucks, by the way. Arg. Impressive. I'm sorry they took you off the force, Miss Star. This is bad. She's got them all thinking this was all planned. If she can prove this claim, the trial's already over. I've got to think of a way to show that this wasn't premeditated. It's only a flesh wound. Oh. Okay, then I guess... Oh, shit. God fucking damn it. I mean, how do I prove this wasn't planned? Witness, do you know what this is? Are you trying to test me? I sell boxed lunches for a living, you know. That's a knife. The knife. The knife that was in Mr. Edgeworth's trunk. Indeed, it is my knife. What's with this case? The bloody murder weapon. Oh. Ben is the chief prosecutor for the district, right? Well, I mean, your prosecutor's bad, people. I don't know if I like that they gave the what's it called? The gallery? The people in the courtroom? Anyway, I don't know if I like that they gave them lines. I prefer just going on. The defense has a request. We ask that the witness provide an accurate testimony. What's that, Ricky? In your testimony, you stated that Lana Skye planned this murder, and that's why she was wearing those special gloves. Seems like a natural conclusion to me. The gloves do indicate planning. Oh. But yeah, she just ended up using the knife that was in the car. I mean, I doubt she planned to have Edgeworth's knife in Edgeworth's car. I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. However, why would she not also prepare the most important thing, the murder weapon? Oh. This knife just happened to be in the trunk of that car. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're going to plan a murder, you don't forget the weapon. Ugh. Warg. Great, now the tide is turning in our favor. Great show, Mr. Wright. My sister's as good as free. I don't know about that. Right? I believe the next lunch you'll be eating is humble pie. No, the next lunch you'll be eating is my ass. What? I hope you weren't deluding yourself into thinking that the tide had turned. No, not over such a trifling detail. But this shoots a hole in the whole premeditated theory. Bah. Prosecution could care less. What? If it was premeditated or not. The only one who seems to care is that lunch lady over there. The defendant, Lana Skye, murdered a detective with a knife. That is the only thing the prosecution needs to prove. Nothing else. Very good, Mr. Prosecutor. I suppose you think you're clever now. But you know as well as I do that she planned on killing him. It was planned. If it wasn't, why would she have been wearing... I believe I'd like to hear your testimony again. Witness, please tell us what you saw, not what you thought. How dare you? My powers of deduction are not to be underestimated. Really now? Okay, let's try this again. Lana Skye intended to murder Detective Goodman. That's why she called the victim all the way to the prosecutor's office. Sure, the chief prosecutor had a grudge against the victim. Nothing else could drive that human machine to plunge the knife in again and again. If she didn't plunge it in again and again, he was stabbed once. Dumb bitch. The victim was summoned from the police department to the prosecutor's office. Does sound a lot like premeditation, doesn't it? So if I ordered a pizza, does that mean I'm planning to kill the delivery boy? In any case, the defense may now cross-examine the witness. Oh my god, what? Jesus Christ, my phone won't stop going off. Okay, yeah, wrong. You say she stabbed him again and again, but you couldn't have witnessed that. Are you testing me? Then I'll test you. Oh my god, fuck off with these fucking boxes. With my moss surprise, I'm afraid the moss is growing under our feet as we wait, Miss Star. What do you mean? I should have to explain this, but take a look. Autopsy report states that death was due to a loss of blood from one stab wound. Aha, you're right. Good show, Mr. Edgeworth. I'm the one that objected. What a hunk. He's my hero, really. I hate all of you. I want to burn this court to the ground. What about my ejection? No one noticed? Well, witness? She shoves one more box in my face, I swear to God. You got the crime scene set, right? Oh, thanks. I always believed that no one could ever mistake ketchup for blood. Now I realize that such mistakes are possible. So you're saying you mistook something for blood? When she lifted her knife, I thought I saw blood at her breast. Splatter blood from her victim. That's why I thought she must have stabbed him at least twice. And tell us what you saw that you thought was blood. Testify. Her red muffler looked like blood to me. That's how ghastly the whole scene was. Sarah's turned out to be as short-tempered as she looked when we met her. Challenging her abilities as a detective really set her off. Short wick burns out the fastest is a scientific fact. I wonder, wouldn't it depend on the size of the candle? I mean, add more wax and even a really short wick will burn longer. Obviously, more scientific testing is required. Lana's guy intended to murder Detective Goodman. So we should call the victim all the way to the prosecutor's office. Should the chief prosecutor hold a grudge against the victim? Blood to me, that's how ghastly the whole scene was. Okay. Miss Starr. I demand an explanation. The witness is clearly not suited for detective work. What? The suspect was not wearing a scarf or muffler or any kind of any kind when she stabbed the victim. And you proved it yourself with this photograph. Huh? But that can't be. Get this bitch off the stand. Only a professional lunch lady could be so utterly clueless. Congratulations, perhaps you finally found your true calling in life. Harsh words, but good. In the end, Mr. Edward prevails. What was my objection? Chopped a liver? But it was there, a scarf. No, not that, but something red. Really? Well, now where were we? The witness has given us an entertaining interlude, but back to business. What? Very well, witness, continue your testimony. She has zero credibility. Zero. Why are we still listening to her? You saw the crime and apprehended the suspect. Tell us about that. Very well. I do remember some things accurately, at least. Ultimately, we couldn't shake the most important part of her testimony. Most important part? Part where your sister stabs the victim. This next testimony might just be the moment of truth. We've still got 2 days of investigating and trials to go, so I doubt it. Apprehending the suspect. After the murder, the suspect attempted to run behind a partition off to her side. Quickly caught her, explained her rights to her, and arrested her on the spot. Oh yes, when I arrested her, she mentioned the muffler. That's what had me confused in my earlier testimony. You're so full of shit. Chief prosecutor made to escape, but against Angel Starr, resistance is futile. Okay. You're quite determined about this scarf, aren't you? Strike like a snake and bite like a cobra. That's me, Angel Starr. That wasn't a very good metaphor. First of all, a cobra is a kind of snake. Don't bother me with details unless you want to get bitten. No thanks. Note to self, Mr. Wright is weak against poison snake bites. The banter is just not cute. In this case, I'm like, just get to the fucking point. I don't need the extra. The chief prosecutor tried to resist, but her efforts were in vain. She knocked my hands aside, kicked over an oil drum. An oil drum? Hard to imagine. Oh, she's beautiful but deadly. A predator, this one. A leopard woman. Rawr. Very well, Mr. Wright. Your cross-examination, if you will. Okay. I'm just gonna speed through this and see what he says. So this guy tried to run. I'm sorry, my sister is so suspicious, Mr. Wright. Not as sorry as I am. But she didn't do it. You have to believe me. Okay, that doesn't tell me anything. Run behind a partition off to her side. Okay, yeah, there's a partition there. Okay. Quickly caught her, explained her rights to her wrist on the spot. I arrested her, she mentioned the muffler. I don't fucking know it, I don't fucking care. Okay. You say quickly. Were you close to the suspect? As I just said, I was only 30 feet away from her the whole time. Maybe I should press her for more... Yeah, press her. I like to see this on the floor plans just to be safe. She was a visitor, thus she was parked in B block. So you witnessed the murder from here. So she just materialized through the fence? That'd make it about 30 feet from the car, yes. Is that correct, Miss Starr? Yes, that's right. But there was a chain link fence in front of you. I went over it, of course. Amazing. The cough-up queen, lunch lady, athlete indeed. Would have taken her a little time to climb over the fence, so she couldn't have gotten to my sister that fast. Yeah, that fence was about 9 feet high, too. How did this guy not get away? What? Oh. She mentioned the muffler? What exactly did she say? If I remembered exactly, I would have told you in my testimony. Cheeky. Anyway, all I heard her say was the word muffler. Just that one word. So what you heard wasn't the suspect talking to you, but to someone else? Yes, the chief prosecutor was talking on her phone. Her phone? She can't mean... By phone, do you mean the cell phone discovered at the crime scene? Yes, ultimately. Ultimately. My memory... It's like a salmon heading upstream, you see. Shut the fuck up. No, the court doesn't see, Miss Starr. The chief prosecutor first attempted to use the phone hanging on the wall. On the wall? That's right. Near the car, there was an emergency phone on the wall. Apparently it was out of order, and so she used her cell phone. Indeed, the emergency phone was out of order that day. Good witnessing, witness. Good witnessing? Whatever happened to good testifying? Honestly, thank you. See, again, Phoenix is the only normal person in this entire fucking game. Ugh. It's like, okay, I can handle, like, some funny dialogue, but once it starts getting a little too wacky, that's when I check out. You should, of course, add this to your testimony. Jesus Christ. Things I do to please this rookie defense attorney. Girl, suck a dick. So now she tried to find the one but had to use her cell instead. Do you think you could restate your testimony for the court? Ha, I was gonna ask the same thing. I'll only say this one time, so listen close, rookies. Chief prosecutor stabbed the victim, ran behind the partition. And she picked up the emergency phone on the wall, but it was out of order. So she pulled her own cell phone out of her pocket. There's no way she got there that fast. And during that time, you climbed over the chain link fence. Then when I boldly grabbed her arm, Chief Prosecutor hung up her phone. And you saw her doing this? What is it, Mr. Wright? Miss Starr, I have to conclude that you have a personal grudge against Miss Llama Sky. The witness is a former detective. Her testimony is unmarred by personal bias. Well, who would have thought you would be my knight in shining armor, prosecutor? You who, together with the chief prosecutor, kicked me out 2 years ago. Well, Miss Starr, this is a fatal contradiction with your testimony. How do you explain this? I don't know what you're talking about. Mess with me, and I'll make you cough it all up. Let's look at the floor plans. You said you witnessed the crime from this point. However, if that's true, you couldn't possibly have seen Miss Sky making that phone call. I believe you see what I'm getting at. That emergency phone was on the back side of this partition. If indeed you were in B block, you couldn't have seen it. Or good. What's the meaning of this? It's simple, Your Honor. She's not coughing up lunch, she's coughing up lies. Okay, now that line was so bad it's good. I'm here for it. I only like Phoenix. That's quite a claim, Mr. Wright. Perhaps you will allow me a question. Tell us exactly what lie this witness has told the court. Here's where the counterattack begins. I can't afford to get this wrong. The witness lied about... I mean, I feel like she kind of lied about all of this. I don't care about that fucking achievement. There we go. This guy tried to use the emergency phone, but it was out of order. What is significant about this fact? Nothing. Therefore, it would be pointless for Miss Starr to lie about it. Pointless to lie. I see. Let's say the witness did actually see Miss Skye using the emergency phone. It would mean Miss Starr witnessed the crime from a different location. A different location? Now that's a pointless lie if I ever heard one. Before you call my lie pointless, at least let me tell it. Let me ask a question to our clever wordsmith, Mr. Wright. We're going to ask the question in the next episode. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe, share it with your friends, hit the bell so you don't miss an upload, and I'll see you guys next time.